Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed and welcome to the 2025 card swap. Oh, I have so many amazing cards to show you from these amazing swappers that are all about Christmas cards. We have over 70 different cards, probably more than that. And this is the last video of 3. So if you want to check down in the information section, you can find the playlist that has all of the videos from the card swap for 2025. But let's just go ahead and jump into these amazing cards. The whole point of this is to give you inspiration, to shout out all the amazing card makers. The link for if they gave me a link to shout out any of their sites, they're down in the information section. But let's check out the first card. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's see these first ones. Oh my God, I'm in love with these. They are so classic and pretty. I love how it has been separated. She took a file, this beautiful background paper, sliced it up and placed it into sections. She had a couple of different these. She being, and I got to put my glasses on, people, because it's that, you know, that age. Joan Renard. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. So it's a great way to use a beautiful sheet of pattern paper, cut it all up into strips, and then layer it, and then use a background solid cardstock to kind of break it up that matches with the paper. And then we have a Merry Christmas level sentiment on the front. She placed it down below so we didn't cover up the gorgeous, you know, elements here. And it's just so cute. I love this. I love this one. And the sentiment is popped up. And let's just open up, plain on the inside. I always get surprised if there's something fun on the inside. So that's one of hers. She also made these ones. I love these layers. Some of these can be found as kits that you can get. They're all about, like, you pop up the elements and then you layer them, but you could do this with just a whole bunch of different pattern papers with a focal element on the front as well. So in each layer, she also has foil between the beautiful pattern paper that she's got here. And then she's got this gorgeous foil, which makes this card look just so just gilded and deluxe and just all kinds of cool stuff. Again, this is also from Joan and plain on the inside. But what you can see is on here, I don't know if you guys can see that, the glare is kind of interesting. She's taken the outside of the card right here and she's embossed it. So you have this little extra layer of something on the outside of the card, and then some more of these beautiful foils. So it just really looks just super luxe, which I think is fantastic. She also has a couple of these cards, and she put these little gems on here, not gems, but like actual, these ones she's glued down. They're little charms, and they're metal charms. I think is so fun. So it's kind of this contrast. The foil is having a hard time with my camera right now. She's contrasted all of these beautiful silvers. So she's gone with silver foil. We have different type of silver foil for the background. She's got silver, which is kind of a gray, but you know it's silver, in the background of this pattern paper. And then she's added actual silver gems. So it's really playing on the entirety of the silver, which I think is so much fun. For this one, she's added the Happy Holidays. It's the same banner, as you can see here. So she's got a pattern paper that has this banner on it. And then this one, she's added to the banner, the foil in the background. Again, some extra foil behind the pattern paper. And then this Merry Christmas in foil as well. So it's just foil, 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 silver everywhere, which is so much fun. And then here, she's broken it up, add the banner down below, had the Happy Holidays up above versus down below. And then instead of having it added to the elements, she's tied it up with some silver twine, more silver, more silver. So cute, so cute. And then just plain on the inside. I love these ones that are like dangling. But these ones is a great way to do it. It's like she added it to the border, which I think is so fun. The charms are cool. And then here, now we're going, I feel like she's hitting the elements of all of the metallics in her stuff, which I think is so much fun. So now we're hitting bronze. So we did gold, silver, bronze. Now we're in third place. And she's got a background paper here that she has embossed. And you can see that beautiful embossing on here. Here we have a bronze. I love the bird. Somebody shout out what this bird is, because I don't know. Put it in the comments. Let me know what this is. Easy Season's Greetings, a little fishtail. Everything is matted with the bronze to give it that bronze look, to match with the bird that is in here, which is so fun. And then just really just beautiful. So those are all from Joan. She's done a sticker for all of those, which I think is so fun. So those are all of hers. Now let's jump into our next card maker. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these are from Robin. It seems like we're oh, it's a chickadee. Thank you so much. So somebody has shouted out that this is a chickadee. I knew somebody on here would know what the bird was. I mean, I love birds. I just don't know what they are. Besides like the big ones, like I know a flamingo and I know a peacock and I know, like, an albatross, things like that. But like the small, beautiful little birds you just see in your background, I'm lost. one of these days, I feel like I would get into birding and be like so into it, but not yet. Don't have the time yet. I should make time though. I've heard it's very therapeutic. Okay, here we have these gorgeous cards. These ones I said are from Robin, and I pulled both of these because it's a beautiful stamp. That this one she has stamped, and then she's colored it in with beautiful metallic markers, and then just fussy cut it out. And I can tell I'm pretty sure she fussy cut this one out, and it is gorgeous. And then a little joy on the inside. But you can take these beautiful like mandala stamps and just have some fun with it. And I think this one is supposed to be, it is a little easel card like that. So fun. She's also taken another stamp, and again, to give that kind of foil look to it, she has heat embossed it and then cut it out, either fussy cut it or there was a die for this one. And then the joy is on the front, and then keeping it a really simple background, nice contrasting color. And since we're Christmas, you know, contrasting with the red on the green, and then obviously with the gold. It would work with silver, it would work with bronze. I love just that metallic detail. It really is really pretty. Gorgeous. And you don't have to always use traditional Christmassy looking stamps with this. Like, it works. This works. Even though it's a mandala, it doesn't scream Christmas. You get the vibe for Christmas with it, which I think is great. All right, so those are all from Robin. She's got a couple more. She, oh my goodness, has taken a stamp, and then she's taken more stamps, and she's built a whole scene just with embossing folders and stamps, which I think is so pretty. So, and she did it in two different ways, like just so cool. My mind would never do this. And I love just the thought of it, because I'm like, no, it's floating, but it works. It works so well. So for this card, this corner here is an embossing folder. And she's put it, like, she's got a front panel here for the card. So this has been glued on top. So that's why you don't see the embossing on the inside of the card. So she's got this front panel. She's then inked the outside, layered it so that you can see from the embossing, obviously, all the snowscapes, added some extra flicks and stuff, some extra snowflakes on top, and then stamped and die cut out the polar bears, layered them in. So it looks like they're in this snow frenzy. And it's all just with the embossing folder and some extra splatters on there. It is so beautifully done. And I love those little extra snowflakes on there that catch it. And then just a simple warm wishes. This one, she's got a little bit of an ink blending. So that way I'm going to go with a wolf. I'm thinking it's a wolf. Is stamped on there. I don't know if she's gone in and added the extra stamps on top, the little stars. If that is beautiful. Maybe it's a layered stamp. It's so cool. I love like that silhouette of the wolf and then the stars on top. So pretty. So now the wolf is resting on like a snow mound. And then we've got these branches that she has stamped on there, a couple of snowflakes. And for each of the snowflakes in the branches, wherever the little berries are, she's gone in and added some extra detail of, and there's multiple colors. There's like a navy blue, a light blue, a white, a silver, and just kind of added to it. But it's kind of keeping within that snow front, which I think is so pretty. Same with the snowflakes, and a simple piece on earth. And keeping for both cards, instead of doing lots of color, keeping it very monotone so you can really see all the detail, and just doing all the different shading. So elegant. I love these cards. And then there we go. Simple, simple. And then this one's got that blue mat to really match and, you know, emphasize your the wolf. I'm going to call it a wolf. Anybody think it's a fox? I think it's a wolf. Hands up if anybody, like, are we calling this a fox or are we calling this a wolf? I'm going for wolf. But it could be a winter fox. I mean, I could see it going either direction. Not sure, not sure. I call birds, I don't know, LBB, little brown bird. I could see that. All right, so now, again, we've done kind of build a scene, but I wanted to show that she's taken the same stamp and shown it. See, everybody's going for wolf, right? Oh, somebody says fox. See, I knew it. So she's taken the same stamp, but gone two very different directions for this. So I love that you can kind of showing how versatile stamps can be. So here she's done another build a scene. She's got layers here that she has hand drawn and colored in. She's done the shading, stamped the tree. The tree looks like it has all the little dots on there, which she's turned into little ornaments, which I think is so pretty. And then we have a stamped bird or cat, or she has hand drawn that. I wouldn't put this past her. Again, this is from Robin. Is Robin on? I'd love to know. If she's on, shout out that you're here, because we've got lots of people on. And hello, everybody who's here. I see Karen and Stephanie and Chris and Glitter and Duct Tape. Hello, hello. Sorry, I don't know everybody's name. Glenda. Those are the people. I saw Rhonda on earlier. Hey, hey. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is hand drawn, like she sketched this? Because she's obviously done doodles on things. Or is this a stamp? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know what you think. And I can't tell, even from it being so close. I think it's a sketch. I think she doodled this. Okay, that's just my gut instinct. I feel like it is. All right, there are beautiful cards. And like, you should see the table. It is insane how many cards are on here. There's so many, and they're all so cool. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hand drawn, that's what I'm thinking. I think that's hand drawn. And it's so cool. I love how the heads turn to look at the tree. We've got obviously this scape of this wintry sky, and then we have the joy. Same stamp over here. And obviously she's inked in the green on the stamp, but this one she's left very open. It almost looks like wispy, which I think is cool. And oh, somebody said stamped and hair added. Ooh, that could go either way. Very good doodle. Regardless, very cool. I love it. Oh, a little joy of the world down here too. Here she's got a stencil where she has stenciled the background in this beautiful teal color. Can't get enough of the teal. Love the teal. And then we've got the tree. And to give the tree a little bit of a base, she's given it a place to stand, which I think is great. Some gems here and there. Gone in with all kinds of fun colors that are in the same realm of colors as the teal. A little light up there. I think it's fun. Like it's going to come down and add to the tree. And that's word believe. Super cute. I just love these. Now, one of the things is when everybody sends their cards in, she sent in like a whole bunch of different cards. I can't, sorry, I got to take the glasses off. It's like too far away when I have them on this way. You can send in every single card as being the same, or every single card can be different. And if you do send every single card to be different and you send in 10 or 20 cards, because that's what it's called for, I can't put all the cards up here. I've got probably over 70 cards, but I pick between 2 if you only send in like one variation of a card, or up to 10 cards. Sometimes I put them in pairs. Like these are different but similar because they had the same stamp on it. So I kind of show the change between them. But unfortunately, I can't show every single card everybody sends in. But I try to get a good roundabout feel for, and it's just random. I pick it randomly. There's no reason. Maybe there was a cool fun fold, or I saw, ooh, there's 2 stamps differently, that kind of thing. But you know, there's no way to show every single card. Some of the ladies have been so amazing, and gentlemen, I don't want to leave anybody out, about how to make the cards. We'll get to those soon. And as a heads up, this card swap is officially closed. And again, for everybody who's been part of the card swap, I've been kind of transparent. My daughter has been having some medical issues lately, so I'm a little delayed in getting this video out. I'm so very sorry. She's upstairs sleeping right now. She's not at school. She hasn't been at school in a while. I will be working on packaging the cards and getting them out as fast as I possibly can, in between taking her to various doctor visits to try and solve whatever the problem is going on with her. So I'm getting there. The good news is that we're only October. December's still a little ways away, so you'll definitely have them before the Christmas time. So yay. Okay, back to the cards. This is a nice, reprieve for me because I can get out of the crazy bubble of doctor visits. Oh, so much fun. All right. These are from Lynn Ellum. Gorgeous way to use fun, busy pattern paper, right? So here we've got 2 cards with Christmas lights or lots of ornaments, and you're kind of going, what do I do with all that stuff? Well, this is what we can do with it. You can take the pattern paper, either place it as a full mat, and then just add a fun sticker to it, kind of add to the element, add to the crazy, as I would say. This one she's made a little bit smaller, and then added another element of a ornament to the Merry Christmas. And then here is one that is just like kind of going in the flow, putting it in the corner, and then adding a little ribbon up there. So just having some fun. And then a little sticker on the inside. I love that little penguin. It is so much. So cute, so cute. And then here she's got a little Merry and Bright on the inside. All right. Now, these ones, I need your help again. She did probably about 10 of these, and I need to look to see. They're all like this. And I am not sure. I think this is a better way to show them. Every single one was different. And I am of 2 things. I know the inside of the card was done on like a Cricut or a silhouette or something, right? Like I know that was done that way. But is the outside of the card also done that way with like a metallic pen, a thicker metallic pen? And she just found a whole bunch of really cool snowflake designs and then put the pen in and then did the front cards with them. Again, this is also from Lynn. Or were these hand doodled? I'm going to go with, because these are so perfect, that it's done with the Cricut, which is such a cool way to do a card. There are so many amazing files out there with these electronic cutters, and I don't know what that is, but that's going to bug me. I think that's paint. Sorry, that was a total squirrel moment. And so These beautiful metallic pens. She picked a nice dark paper and she found all these light colors. So she's got purple, she's got silver, she's got light blue, and there's a little bit of gold in here as well, and done all of these beautiful, beautiful snowflakes. And again, this was just 3. There was 10 of them total, I think about 10, and every snowflake was different, but they all had the same colors and the same vibe. Cool design, like such a great way to do a card. And on the inside, this is doing a thinner pen, and she did it on a light paper. And then she glued it on the inside. So they are cool, right? And thank you everybody for saying something about my daughter. We are trying to figure and solve the problem. One step at a time, one step at a time. Okay, here we have some gorgeous cards. These are from Jodie Sparks. These are also done on, I'm going to say electronic cutting machine, because I don't know if it's Cricut or Silhouette. It could have been, like there's so many different cutting machines out there that have a pen adapter and a cutting blade and just, you know, it could, so I don't know which machine everybody has. We default to say Cricut like we say Kleenex, but it could be any of them, right? So here is another one, and it's a mix between cutting out. So here we have the poinsettia and all the berry pieces and the Mary and the little corners here. And then when that piece is cut out and she's matted it, so she's put an extra card front on there, she puts the glitter paper in the background, and then all the rest of it is done with a pen, which is really, really cool. Yeah, and very vintage, right? It's so fun. And it's just really, really cool to see it. And then you have all little pieces inside. So it's a mixture between cutting and also the pen marks, and such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. I love it. So those are both from Jodie. Cards you can do on electronic cutting machines are fantastic. There's so many variations out there. Here is another set also, I believe, because there was somebody else who had this exact same card in there. So I know this is a cut file, or actually it's a cut / marker file. So it's a mixture between the marker and the cutting file. So it's done the marker, and then it's cut out the body of the little penguin and also the hat. And then she put googly eyes in for the eyes. But I saw this, another person had this exact same one, which I think was so fun. So yeah, it's a mix of both. And on the inside is warm winter wishes. And it's just so cute. I love these. They're just so fun. And again, also from Jodie. She also made these cute ones, which I'm going to guess because the other cards were also done on a cutting system of some kind, that we have this cutie little thing. And people always ask, our cards are A2 size to keep shipping costs low for shipping to and from. And also we don't send the envelopes because that also increases the amount, like the weight of the shipping. So increases the amount, both you send it to me and for me to send it back. So we don't include envelopes and we keep it A2 size. But if you're looking at the size of a card, this would fit into an A2 size card, right? So if we turn it just perfectly, it would fit inside there. So as long as it fits inside that envelope, it's fair game, including these fun little shape cards that we have here. So just for future reference on future cards moving forward for swaps. Look how adorable. So it's obviously a little cut file. It's paper piecing, put the whole thing together. And then the inside here, she's put all the little fun shaker bits. It's so cute. So cute. And then this one, she couldn't put her stamp because she's got a little stamp on all of her other cards. She couldn't put a stamp. So she put a sticky note because it's black, but the sticky note keeps falling off. So somebody is going to get my cute kitty cat washi. And it says, love and little kitty. So that this little thing can stay on here so they know who is getting this card. Sometimes I have to play card doctor to make sure that everything is in place. I'm going to do it both ways. So she was smart. She stamped it on something. Find a way to put some sort of your name on the card somehow. And I get that this is hard because it's black. So that's what she did instead. And I had to pull this card because that is the cutest little cow with a Santa hat ever. This one, I think, is a print file. She did like a print then cut on here and just put it on silver. And on the inside, have a Merry Christmas. Too fun, too fun. And it's just so cute. But that little cow, oh my goodness. The only way that that cow would get cuter is if it was one of the, the cows from the Shetland cows, like the fluffy cows. Like if it was a fluffy cow, it would be even cuter. So anything with animals on it, I am a sucker. So I had to throw this one in there too because it was adorable. Okay, we now have a set of cards. I think I figured out where the missing. So these cards here, she put a little sticky note. I'm actually going to move the sticky note to the inside of the card. So that way we can see the beautiful card, but everybody who gets it can understand what this is all about. So she was mint tape, easy removable, but I'm going to pop this in here. So that way people can see how it was made. So this one says Paper Rose, Enchanted Christmas Paper Pack, Ephemera, and Sentiments. And this is from Dawn. So look how beautiful that is. So here we have this gorgeous pattern paper from Paper Rose. She's got these gorgeous cut elements. And then I love how she's got like this little window here to kind of group all these cluster together. So not just free floating. They have something kind of binding them together. And then she's got a small banner with the Merry and Bright at the bottom. And that is like a paper element that's not been stamped or anything. And then the little paper down here, so cute. And then she's got a little bit of something on the inside with the paper. Oh, thank you, Julia. I appreciate that. Or Julie, sorry, Julie. All right, so she did a little card, a little sticky note for all the cards, but one had fallen off. And I love fun fold cards. You guys know that I tried, like, I don't try to put every fun fold that comes into the card swap on video, but I have fun opening them. And the best way to see the cards versus a static is like to actually see it in action. This one is, I've done a video on this. Mary Zimmerman, who's in this card swap, she's got cards in here. She made one of these, 5-6 years ago. And I did a video about how to put this card together. It is such a fun card to make. And it's got all these cool panels and then it comes together. I did one where I think it was slanted because it had a diagonal, but you can also do them as like, it's a panel to pull apart panel card. I had a name for it and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's a cool card to put together. It is like you have to put two elements together. And I love the papers. It reminds me of Doodlebug. It might not be, but it looks like Doodlebug. Pastel color, so cute. May your holidays be filled with sweet surprises. So you obviously have all your card panels. This is where you'd write your information or your sentiment, like if you're going to do a handwritten note. I also love the way it stands. So if you were going to put this a card on like a mantle, it gives you a nice small element. So I love that she's used this gorgeous sticker to tie in with everything. And some people even go as far as adding stuff to these panels. So it is just a really, really cool card. And I'm going to put this one to a side because she did have a sticky note that went with this. And I just need to put it on there. So I'm going to add it to the side so I don't lose it. All right, here is another fun one. And I'm going to move this on the inside. After I show you, first of all, how stinking adorable is this? We've got Yetis and seals and all the fun critters, real and not real. We've got, like, it's just so cute. I love the Yeti thrown in there with all the real winter animals. And then we have warm winter wishes. Again, this screams Doodlebug to me. Tell me if I'm wrong on if this is Doodlebug. She says Doodlebug on here, so it's Doodlebug. I love that she's put that one on here. Snow Much Fun paper and Doodle Pops sentiments. And then this one's got a fun fold for a gift card holder, which I think is really cool. So you open it up and you open it up and then she's got a little pocket. So I'm going to show you how the pocket works because I always have, just in case, well, usually it's in here. Let's see what gift card I pull out today. Oh, it's a Five Below. They're not active. They're just old ones that I use just for, and apparently it has a hair attached to it. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you just go, and that would be a little gift card holder for you. So really, really cute. I love how she's got some of the cutie papers on here. I'm going to put this on the inside so we don't lose this. And that way people can see all the information that she got from that. But I love the fold. If you guys look, if you see what this is, it's really simple. It is an 8.5 by 11. She's cut out this top corner panel, the 4.5 by 5.25, sorry, the 4.25 by 5.5. And then she scored here and here. So this goes in, this goes down, and there's your card, right? And then that's as simple as that. And then to make the little gift card panel so that this goes in here, you glue here, here, and here, and leave the top open so that way you can place something inside. You just lift up and boom. It could be money, it could be a gift card, it could be easy. This is such an easy gift card just to have to do a little bit of paper trimming. If you've got a paper trimmer that's got a nice cut blade, or you could do this on a Cricut or something like that. But this is really easy just to do with a paper trimmer. Lovely. And again, that is from Dawn. We have some more from Dawn. This one is very pretty. So this one's from Annie's Attic card kit. So this is a card kit and it says Elegant Christmas. And it's got a fun fold. So just look, I love the paper on here. It's got this cool texture to it. I love the shiny. Look at this. It feels like fabric. I think it is fabric. Putting like ribbons and fabric on cards is so fun. She's got a little bit of something on either side of this tag. Some little brads over here. I don't think those are brads, but they look like brads. And then here is the fun fold. There are lots of videos out there how to do these cards. And basically it's like cut here, cut along here, and then it's scoring. So you actually would score all of these first, and then you would cut along the edge, and then it's opposite fold. So here we have a mountain. So these two are peaks or valleys. So mountain and valley. And if this is a mountain, then this is a valley. And then when it comes together, but if you see, all the score lines mark up together, and it's just cutting the full length of the card, which I believe is the 8.5. And then it's just about putting it all together. And then you've got this panel here to work with. You've got this panel here. I like that she's done like a little bit here. She's got this. I mean, it's so cool. And I love the pattern papers that she's done on that. It's very fun. Oh, they are brads. Look, they're true brads. Or no, no, that's not the brad. That is the ribbon. That's the fabric, not the fabric. The twine. It's not really twine. I don't even know what that is, but she's actually like tied that through. Oh my goodness. I would have like tied a knot and glued it. That took some extra effort. I love that. All right, I'm going to put this on the inside so we don't lose it. Where the heck? I'm going to fold this in half. Now we can fit right there. I just don't want to cover up the beautiful on the front of the card. All right, we have another one from her. Actually three. And I'm going to put all these on the inside before I forget. And the reason why I pulled all these is because this seems to be a big trend this year. There's a few different companies that have these. These ones are from Waffle Flower. That's what she has said. And it's all about the postage. I've seen them previously. I know Lawn Fawn had some years ago when Close to My Heart was around. They had a version that was out right now. I've got a cut file on my site that has a version not like this. I'm actually have the card to show you guys in a little bit. I have a class that I'm teaching on it in one of these summits I'm going to be talking about in a minute. But these two are the exact same design. So here you can see the cut file from Waffle Flower. So here she says this is the posted collage die cut. She's got North Pole stamps, gingerbread stencil, and then stamped and embossed sentiment. So here she's got some stamps, but then these in here are stencils, which I think is super cute. It's probably a stencil that's specifically to go with this, and you just stencil all the layers of the colors, which is just really, really cute. I love the look of that one. And that's cool. It makes it look nice and faded. It's so pretty. It looks like a postage stamp, which I think is cool. And then here again, we have the poinsetted stencil. This is also from Waffle Flower, North Pole postage stamps. So here you can see the postage stamps that she's added on top to make it look like it's gone through the mail, which I think is fun. But, you know, two different stencils that can go with this die cut set from Waffle Flower. And then here is a big version where she's taken like a large stamp and then smaller stamps and kind of layered it, which I think is really fun. And this is also from Waffle Flower. And again, it is collage and die cuts and then Let It Snow stencils. So this is all done with stencils, all these layers, which I think is really cool. So you just keep layering the stencil, ink blending on top, and it and then she's gone in and added, it looks like the white pen marks, that's her white pen. So she's gone and added some extra stuff on here, like with all the white pen marks. She did all that. This one, I think it's all, nope, she's added some white pen marks on there too. So just really, really pretty. Yeah, the stamps, they're really cool. But this is all stencils, which is really fun. And then the stamps are just the black parts, the 10 cents and stuff like that. But yeah, the postage stamps cards, like when they're done like that, they're just so fun. I love them, which is why I designed some because I liked it so much. I thought it was really fun. Okay, this set of cards, I'm gonna make sure I have them all. These are from April. Very cute. I love that. So she did a whole bunch of cards that were all kind of in the same line and very, very pretty. So here we have lots of fun pattern papers. If you're ever curious, you get a pack of pattern papers, you get a stack of them. Like, what do I do with them? Well, you can make them into panels. So here she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, pattern paper, pattern paper, pattern paper. Here we have the Merry Christmas. It has been like layered with foil on top and bottom, a little bit of some gems here. And I believe this is like a washi tape, which is really fun. It's really cool. And then matted on the back of the card, which is a pretty blue that matches with the rest of the blue. So really pretty. From Our Home to Yours, the little trees at the bottom. So just cute, very, very fun. And such a great way to use some of your pattern papers as panels. She has another set of cards. Look at these ones. They're little cookie jars. And again, from April. And this time she's got all the pattern papers that are like cookie jar themed. And she does it in batches. So she's got her background of the dark colors. That's the mint color that's on there. So it's that reddishy color. Kind of like, I don't know, between red and orange. Oh, not quite maroon. And then all the fun cookies. And then she's cut them either into like different sizes of rectangles and put them in here. And then here we have the front elements. This is our focal with a little cookie jar on there. And then Happy Holidays down at the bottom. Super adorable. And then a little something cookie on the inside, again, from Our Home to Yours. The gingerbread men are cute. I think they're adorable. Now, she also sent me a card just for me. She has it all in plastic, which I think is fun. Didn't sign this card before I sent it off to you. Instead, it holds my warmest thoughts, invisible but true. So if you find a need to brighten someone's day, take this card and sign it and send it on its way. Super cute. And I do a lot of these. I keep a lot of the cards. If they've been personally signed, I have a whole box full of all of your amazing cards you send me. But for the ones that they're like, please reuse, I do, or I donate them to places that need them, like senior citizens or to the military. So that way they can send them back to their families. But super cute card. And again, and she put an envelope in this one. So this was a little gift to me, which is very nice. She also wrote me a handmade note. And so I will read this at my own leisure. And I didn't have a chance. And then she also sent me this. And she goes, enjoy. And she said, and it did say somewhere in the note, and I appreciate all the gifts. And it's a tool and a glue. I'm including a paper crafting tool set, tool and glue pin. There's no such thing as too much bling, which I think is fun. So I'm going to open this with you guys right now, if you do not mind. It's like a little Merry Christmas to me. I appreciate all the fun things. You do not have to send me anything, but it is very much appreciated. I do not want to poke myself. And I think I know what this is. I think this is what you would put into your glue. So here is what you would put into, and so you can see it. I love that she's put it on a little eraser. So if you've got a glue like Barely Art, you can take out just the little pin that they give you, and you can put this in instead. And then you have this cute little charm that you would add to your glue bottles, which is so much fun. And I like that she's put it like the stick part in there. And then this would be like a little picking tool. So if you want to move things around or fiddle with something, you have that. But of course, it is, I want to put that back in there so I don't poke myself, blinged up. So much fun. All right, I'm going to put these back in here so I don't lose them. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I was super appreciative. My daughter's going to probably want to steal these because she loves to create as well, and she always tries to steal my stuff, which right now she can have whatever she wants. She doesn't feel good, so she gets all the things. All right, so thank you. Thank you very much. All right, next up, another big trend I'm seeing is napkin cards. Oh, they're so everywhere. Everybody seems to have a napkin card, which I think is so much fun. I'm taking off her address, but she says cards made with napkins. Now, normally when I see the napkin cards, it's just a napkin on the front, letting the pretty design do its thing. But these ones, this is cool. She has taken some sort of die because they're too perfectly aligned, or it could be a punch, but I think it's a die because I see stitching in here. And it's one of those dies that looks like you're supposed to have like little windows, and you'd put something in each of the windows, but instead she just went back and put the same image back in there and popped it up with a pop dot. So it's just, you know, cut out, placed on top of the grain, and then placed right back in, but it gives us that really cool dimension. And so here you can see in this napkin set, there was 2 different napkins. Sorry, I need to take a quick sip of my water. And then she has popped up every one of those squares. So it's a 3x4 square. It's a die from somebody, but it really does give that card so much more dimension, because the main part of the card obviously is this gorgeous Santa. You don't want to cover it up. She's done the simple ho-ho kind of in the corner, not to cover up his face. And then, but I love this. So if you've got a pattern paper, if you've got something that's like, oh, that's so cool, and it has like everything you want on it, this is a great way to kind of give that card a little bit of an oomph. Whether it be a napkin or whether it's a pattern paper or whether it's something, by using a die, but like using it as a dimensional, which I think is really, really fun. That's just a smart idea. Cool. Another great way to use up your papers. I'm keeping one of those because that's a great idea. I do that because I have cards I put into the card slot. So I swipe some. All right. This next card. Oh, no, I was looking in the wrong pile. All right. So this card, she said, we're simple shakers. I love that. She goes, they're just simple shakers. So she's taken kind of like a plastic covering over top of one of those, what I call A2 Project Life cards. Not A2, sorry, Project Life cards or PL cards, because they're already like baseball size or like playing card size. And you can cut them out. They're like 3x4, and they fit on beautifully on a A2 size card. So she's taken that A2 or that Project Life card, popped it inside like a little plastic, added all the fun elements to the front, and then glued that onto this red piece. Now we have a fun fold on top of that. Let's just keep going. And then you open that up. So she's not only has a fun fold, which is just this little Project Life, And if you look at it, it's just a gatefold card that she's turned vertical and put this element on the front. And it's just so much fun. And then you can just play with it. And this is just like the packaging that you would put into, like what the cards come into, or when your stamps come in, or you can actually get this exact size and then you glue it in place, which is what she has done. That's what this is, because you can see it kind of folded in the back, and then all little elements go in there. I wouldn't put anything too small in there because it might pop out the back side unless you like glued it really well, but it works. Oh, there's a good question from Mary. Embossing would probably work. Yes. With those, I think she's referring back to this card. If you didn't have this die, but you had an embossing folder to give it texture, I think that would be an amazing way to like add a little something, something to those cards. You are absolutely right. All right. I'm going to jump into my cards for a hot minute. I somehow found this buried in a drawer. This is from a card class I did ages ago. This design file is actually on my website. So if you wanted to go and get this paper pack, it is on my website. And I designed all the fun layer. And it's a fun little just pull out card, just a little something, something there. Right. So it's just score, score, score. You have all these fun panels and this front panel, and then you have a little square on the front. Now, I did not put a stamp on here yet, but I want to showcase, you have to put your name on your cards. Number one, you've made the card. It's your work of art. Even if I copied it from somebody or I got the inspiration from somebody, you still made it. I need to do a little boo-boo correction here. I need to, card doctor has to get in the house. There we go. And there's a little bit missing over there. There we go. I don't remember how old this card is, but it's going to go in the mix. So either you could do a stamp like this, or like if you've got like a self-inking stamp like that. So I have those. These are great because it can go on pretty much anything. But people always ask me, where can you get stamps? I'm going to add this to the collection. Where can you get stamps that, I'm trying to find one that I have not stamped yet. Here we go. I wanted to do a shout out also. I don't have an image to show you yet, but these two cards, I'm going to come back to the stamps in a second, are part of a summit that I'm doing. It's a free summit. It's the it's the Card SVG Crafters Summit. It's the same one as the Cardmaker Success Summit, but it's all SVGs. And this is the class that I am teaching. And these are one card, and you get the stencil for the snowflakes, but then we're also using it as like, you ink it once and you get the background, and then you just cut two fronts, and it's a simple card, all kind of fun and pretty, but you need to put your stamps on the back, right? So these ones I've not done. I could easily pull this out, but not everybody has a self-inker. And I want to do a shout out to Catherine Pooler real fast. This just came in, so I'm going to do a little bit of a product placement. She has this super cute new pattern set. This comes out on the 15th. It's all about being cozy and about books, and just so stinking cute. Look at all these. So it's all about like being cozy in the fall, but also kind of Christmassy. And she's got like build your own bookmark, and she's got, oops, I put this in backwards. So if you're a book lover and you're wanting some stamps that have to go with books, this is super cute. Let me get this back in here. So this one's all about like a book log, or I used it. I just had a reel that went up yesterday that went, and it's like you can do like the title of the author, and you can do the stamps for the flags, so you can build your own stuff. But on top of that, she also has, and there's dies that go with that as well if you want. But she also has, because this is where this is coming from, if you want to do a stamp set, and I'm going to pull out that color. She has, this is going to be a freebie. The stamp set is a freebie, and it's all about personalized. So these are all, what's this one called? It is called, it's written on here somewhere, and it's so tiny. It is right there. Personalize this, or personalize something. Yes, I think it's called personalize this. So you can go to certain stamp companies and you can get a personalized stamp card. This one is like baked with love. So you're making like little baking things. This one says hand stamped by just for you. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to stamp on the card. So this is actually a freebie that if you purchase a certain amount it's by the 15th when all this goes live. I put the code and the link all down in the information section. And it's when this new release for the Get Cozy stuff comes out. But this stamp set right here would be free with the code, and she's got a couple other stipulations. But this would be a great alternative if you do not have, and I'm using one of the Catherine Pooler inks here, if you do not have your own stamp and you're like, I want to add a little something, something. So it's like hand stamped by you. And then here's this one, and I inked that really badly. There we go. So now there's like a little hand stamped by me personally. I will clean this up later. So I'm going to put this on my chair behind me. Don't let me forget, people. I put this behind me. I don't want to waste too much time here. And then you can go in with a pen and you write your name. And there it is. And now you've got your stamped on your cards. You can pick whatever color you want. Here's a couple of other fun colors I happen to pull out. I don't have those colors. I just got them. They're so pretty. And I love the skylight. She's picking my name. But it's a great way to add something to the back of your cards that if you do not have a self-inking stamp, but you are wanting to get a personalized stamp, and again, it's free on the 15th. And so what are we, 5 days away? That's when it launches. So again, I put the link down below for Catherine Pooler, and that's the inks I used to do these cards as well. So these cards are going into the mix for the card swap. A couple other fun cards. Whoa, there's cards flying everywhere. I try to leave them just off the side, and of course they're just everywhere. I want to do, this was another card I did for a summit not too long ago. This is for the SVG Cardmakers Summit, something like that. Anyway, so that was one of the classes. I have the link if you still want to be part of that summit. It was last weekend, but it's still for sale. And it was a 2-for-1, so you could do the Happy New Year. And as a heads up, when we do this Christmas card swap, you can totally do like New Year's cards, winter cards. It doesn't have to all be Christmas. This one I did years ago, and it's with a stencil, with Crafters Workshop stencil butter. And that's what the Merry Christmas is the stencil butter. And then also the background here, that is actually with ink blending. So it's a combination. So just all kinds of fun ways that you can do fun cards, and just layering it with black and craft, keeping it very simple. This is one that I did for a summit a while ago. And it's another one of these cool, like, pull out cards. I love this one. This one is so much fun. And I don't have my thing on there, and I have the stamp put away already. So I'm just going to put my little stampy on there. But yeah, just so much fun. So this is actually a cut file that I fussy cut, or you could do a print and cut. The Merry Christmas is actually already a print file, and then I just use die cuts to die cut it out. And then we have, like, there's a white circle, there's a black circle, another cut file, and then all the pattern papers on here. And this, I teach you how to create this card in the class, which this is for sale on my site, and it has the printed instructions of how to do it. And then all of the print files and cut files are on there as well. So you could get that class. It is for sale on my store. And then this class right here is part of the stress-free card making. So that one I do have an image for. I know it's not Christmas, but just wanted to put that out there. So it's part of this. This is going on, and it is active for next weekend. And so it's a free class, or it's a free summit. You can go in. It's all about using 5 supplies or less on a card. And so there's a free file that you get for this one. I show you how to use stencils and stencil butters and just a pen, and how to layer it and do all kinds of fun stuff. And the ticket to get your free class is down below as well. So, but you could amend this for Christmas. Like, you could have a Christmas tree down here and do the same technique that I'm showing in the class. So just fun stuff. So all those, I know they're not Christmas, but I wanted to do a shout out on those. All right, so those are some of the fun things I have that I'm adding to, like, my cards, I'm adding to the card swap. So enjoy, enjoy. All right, next up, we have cards from Mary Zimmerman. Oh, these are Rhonda Rice. I'm sorry, I said the wrong name. These are for Rhonda Rice. Oh, I love this. Made just for you because you're priceless. And she's got a barcode. So fun. But it doesn't have her name on there. So she also did created by Rhonda Rice. And she has given me a note. Here we go. The note is in a pile with some other fun stuff. I did not get a chance to read this, so we're going to investigate what's in here now. So it looks like she has given some papers that she made. So she's embossed, and then she has put some inks or sprays on here, which I think is so much fun. Look at that. So she's given me some of these gorgeous papers, and she's done a variation of all of these, and I think that's what she stated in here. She likes to come up with really fun things. Oh, so here we go. Liquid watercolor embossed backgrounds. Let's see. Watercolor paper, and then she's got these washable watercolors from Chroma. She works with Chroma, so I love how she finds fun ways. There's a sprayer to put the watercolor in, 3D embossing folder, a die cutting machine, so you have to have the right cut, you know, to make the embossing, and then a wood tip sanding stick, which she gave me one. Look at that. Look at that little fun thing. And so you basically go through, You're going to place the watercolor on the paper with the liquid watercolor. You mist it, and it's, again, watercolor paper. Once it's dry, you then go through the embossing folder, and then you take this, let's see if I can do it. And so that's how she got the dimension on here. You're going to go through and you sand off the areas. We're doing a quick tutorial here because she gave me the stuff. And that way you can get some of, there we go. So see how you can see the leaves popping on here? That's so cool. And you can do it as finely, I don't know which side I like better. They're the same, and you just kind of sand it off, and you can get some really cool dimension. So everywhere the 3D embossing folder kind of pops on here, you can get that dimension. So that way it kind of, see it kind of come to life. And then that's how she got these pieces. These ones, I think she added gold on top because it was that embossing folder that has the leaves on the background. And then here for the ornaments, it's exactly this. And then she just cut out a circle and used it as an ornament. So that's kind of the gist of it, but different variations of the cards. Oh, and then she sent me a little note. I'll read that later. But she gave me a kit. I love it. I can make some. It's so much fun. If you guys have never played with the Chroma liquid watercolors, they are fantastic. I had them in my Maker's Retreat kit. We got to play with them. And she's giving another cool technique, which I think is fun. So that's what these cards are. Then she's, see, they're so elegant. I think they're so much fun. So again, this piece right here is that same technique. She's got the watercolor paper. She misted it with the watercolors, embossed it, and then rubbed off the areas so you could see and get that cool dimension, that cool contrast. Then she's made that into a little panel, and then she's put that, and I love the background paper here, a little bit of washi tape, and turned that into a panel, and then made that into another panel. And little stickers here, keeping it simple, but look how cool those cards are. I'll stamp on the inside. These ones are like so, yeah, they are very, very elegant. It looks like, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with like, oh, there's a name for it. It's a type of fabric dyeing that they do in Indonesia. Oh, batik. It reminds me of batik. That's what that reminds me of. It's very elegant. So cool. And I love how she's layered it with just the writing on the one side. It's very cool. Very cool. Here's the same technique, but done on full paper. And then she's done a little bit of some stamping on the front, washi tape, some gems, or here she's got a flower on the top. So just variations of the same technique on the paper, and then how to place it together. Now that she's made a background paper or this cool handmade paper, different ways to use it. I think this is my favorite though. And then look at these fun ones. Okay, which way are these open? Okay, this way. All right, look at these. So gorgeous little like medallion on the front. Die cut here to kind of give that frame, that little open door thing. Again, the background paper. So she's matched the foils in the background with the cards of the paper and all that kind of stuff. And then it just a really cute little opening. Love that. So much fun. Isn't that cool? They're all awesome. I mean, I'm a sucker for blue, so I'm going to go for blue. And yeah, the full colors, because you can get some contrasting. She's got some purples and some blues in here. These ones are greens. Obviously, we have like these orangey colors. But something about like the way that this design is. There's certain, like we all react differently to certain cards. And I love the look of this. It reminds me of something, the batik specifically, but also just like the layout of this card. It's giving me vibes of something that is familiar and makes me smile, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Driving me nuts. I'll think of it after we're done. Inevitably, I will think of it after the video is done. All right. Now we have ones. I was saying Mary Zimmerman because her cards were right next to Rhonda's. Look at these adorable ones here. Now she's also given me, oh, I have another set of cards I meant to show you guys. I'll get back to mine in a minute. Look how cute these are. She's given me the information. So here is Christmas cats and dogs. So I'm going to pull one just to show you. She's got a whole bunch of little kitty cards, and then she had a whole bunch of little doggy cards. I'm going to put one of each out because she's got the instructions for both. All right, all using this. So this is a super cool washi tape from All and Create, and it's layers. So it's on a strip, so it looks like regular washi. And as you pull the washi down, you build it. So you can see like here we have a layer here, a layer here, a layer here. I think this is in 3 or 4 layers, and it creates a scene. Now what she has then done is it looks like she has gone through and fussy cut out sections of it, like the bow, or all the cute dogs, and then popped it up and placed it on top. So she's used the layers more than once. But the whole washi tape is to build this cool scene, and then she's dimensionalized it. So it comes in a roll. You tear off 4 sections, layer them on, and she layered them on wax paper, which I thought was kind of cool. Once you have the wax paper laid down, you match up the sections in order. If you pull the roll out and you hold it, you can see where to tear. You need to cut for each section. Super cute. And I love how she's popped it up. Little Merry Christmas, little background paper. So adorable. And he's got the cutest designs. If you've never looked at All in Create, you need to. It's a company that's based out of the UK, and the owner is an artist, and he's amazing. He's so much fun. I've interviewed him a couple of times and bumped into him at a couple of different trade shows, and he is just so much fun. So you got to go check out his store if you've never seen All in Create. And that is how you spell it, ALL in Create. Great, great, great company to go check out their products. All right, here is this next one. She's told us how to do this, Creek with Trees. I love how she's even highlighted it so I can find it easy. Mary, you're a goofball. I love it. All right. We're also completed using Divinity Designed Christmas card fronts. So that's a company. I added little glues on top with the Flower Soft Snow effect. So if you feel right through here, if you get one of these gorgeous cards, you can feel the Flower Soft. So she's done glue, and it's like a sprinkling. It's like a powder. And so it gives it that dimensional and kind of snowy effect. It's got a little bit of a shimmery to it. It's very pretty. So it's the pattern paper, and then she's just added stuff to it and put the Merry Christmas. This was in my stash. Not sure if they make it anymore. The Flower Soft is what she's talking about. I wasn't sure about the yellow, but I love the yellow. It really makes the softness of the card. And you could do brown. And she did a stitched border as her background here. And I really do like the look of this card with the yellow. She's like, I wasn't really sure. Like, I'm just reading it. I wasn't really sure about the yellow, but once it was completed, I really like it. Whenever I'm not sure about what background to put on a card, I take the card front and I'm like, I put it on there, and just to look, I'm like, do I like that? Do I like that? And I think she nailed it. That is so pretty. You could do a brown, you could do the purple, you could do a green, you could do a blue, but I do agree. I think, what do you guys think? Is the yellow? The yellow is cool. It brings this kind of softness to the cards, which I think is really fun. And then wishing you a blessed Christmas season on the inside. And then she has another set of cards. Here we go. These are also completed using Divinity Design card front paper. And then she's got some snowflakes from them, and then also the Merry Christmas. So it's just a snowflake paper. She's added extra snowflakes on the front, some little gems, bordered it with the gray to really kind of contrast with the grays that are in the paper, and then the light blue to also bring out some of the blues, and then did the same thing with the sentiment there. And then on the inside, may the Christmas season fill your home with warmth, light, and love. Gorgeous. Oh my God, we are going almost an hour now, and we're not even halfway done. We have so many gorgeous cards. Okay, these ones, oh, I was going to tell you, I was going to show you my cards. So these are my cards I made for another upcoming event coming up. I don't have the link to share with you yet, but I just wanted to show you, like, there's some really cool postage card stamps out there. I do have the cut file, so you could make these on your Cricut, Silhouette, whatever, to do both the outside. So, and I did a boo-boo on this one, so don't pay attention to that. This one's cleaner. So to do the postage, and then also have the outside cut postage, and then the other outside border, and then all the little elements that go inside there. So that is a class coming up, in a couple weeks. I'll be posting it. If you're curious about any of these summits that I keep talking about and these free events that I keep talking about, join my newsletter. The link is down below. I post all that information in my newsletter, and that way you can get the ticket to get those, and then you can get my classes for free for being a part of that event. If you want to purchase and upgrade to like the VIP pass, if you use my link, I do make a commission, because I do make these classes for free. But that's one way that I kind of get paid, is if you upgrade your ticket. No requirement if you don't want to do that. And then if you just want to purchase the cut file with the printed instructions for a lot of these, it's on there, and it's like $2.99 on my store. So this one is coming up with the Christmas Adventure, and it's all about Christmas markets. All of the projects that are in this particular summit, it's like Christmas Crafting Adventure, is all about like the different Christmas markets all across Europe. And so I picked one that came out of Denmark, and so that's why I did the gnomes. So that was the card I did for that class. All right, back, and I don't have a graphic for that yet, but very, very cute. Okay, what's up next? Oh, I was going to do these ones. They're cute. All right, so look at these cutie ones. This one has a little belly band on it. I think this might have, but I think it broke. So I'm just gonna pop this off. These are from Cindy, super cute. And then just watch. Okay, this has got a lot to it. I really wanted to show these because these are fun. And I'm going to keep one. All right, so here we go. Da-da and da-da. Look at that. See that? It's like a W fun fold card, but look at that. When it stands up, it is so cool. So when it folds up, it does have a little bit of some thickness in here because you've got a lot of card in here, but just look at that. And then look at all the fun panels. So she's done the background here with, I believe, her Cricut, because I think that's all markers. And then she's got stickers on the inside. I love the pink and the teal. So, so cute. But look at that. And that's not a hard card to put together. You know, that is a pretty simple design there. I don't know if she's designed this within like Cricut or she hand cut it or what, but that is so fun. And I want to make one now because it is cool. So that's one. And then here's the other one. So here she's used some pattern papers versus one that she designed in the Cricut, but look at that. And it's the same thing. I love all the little snowmen on here. It's so cute. And it's such a, it feels like it's a very easy card to do because it's just cut your strip of paper, score it, and then you've got all these panels to kind of play with, either with pattern papers or with stickers or with whatever. And it's just, these stickers are hilarious. I am loving these snowmen. They're so much fun. They're like groovy snowmen. Having fun in the snow. And then she did a little belly band out of some vellum to kind of hold the whole card together for some of them, or maybe for all of them, and one of them might have broke, but there it is. And then she put a little snowflake on the outside. So super cute. I'm going to keep one though, because it's cute. All right, next up, and these are again from Cindy. Easy way to use some elements. So here she's got a sticker. Here she's got like a die cut element, and then just paneled it. So put it on a fun background, not too crazy. This one's like Christmas notes. Here's a stripe, and then did a solid border, and then she flipped it. So here's that stripe, and here's that pattern paper, and then a little bit of green, and keeping it nice and simple. You don't have to overcomplicate cards, which I think is great. I mean, you can go super complicated like the other one she did, but you don't have to. And then here are some great panel cards. I like to call them panels because they come out as panels. So here we have like a square and then a rectangle using some pattern paper, some elements, and again, keeping it simple. Don't have to go super crazy. Those are also from Cindy. I'm just opening it. Very, very easy. All right, moving on. Got to find the next batch. I got stuff stuck everywhere here. There's so many cards. They're so cool. All right. Oh, these are fun. Okay, let's do these ones because they're cute. I got to make sure I have the entire pile. I have like layers upon layers from different people on here. Okay. Anybody else a Disney fan? Anybody else all about Mickey? All right, so here is a cute way. She obviously has used the Mickey font or the Disney font here for the Merry Christmas. She's got a little bit of pattern paper, and she's only used hints of it because she may not have had a ton of it. And she used it as a focal point, and then other pattern papers that go along with it. Anybody recognize this dot paper right here? This is totally Bo Bunny. It is so fun. I love Bo Bunny papers. One side is dots, and the other side is like the swirly paper. It's so cute. And then Have a Magical Christmas. And then this one is like really popped up, but it's showcasing all the Mickey stuff. Not only did she did Mickey Mouse cards, this is where I really fell in love. She made, hang on, I got to get it. I got to get it. It's hiding. Hello Kitty cards. She did Hello Kitty cards. I love the papers from Hello Kitty. So here is a whole like hodgepodge Hello Kitty in the background. Here we have a Happy Holidays that she's really like layered up. Hello Kitty with a little kitty on there that she's cut out of her Cricut. It's not a true Hello Kitty, but it's close enough. Close enough. I think there's probably a trademark on there, but maybe it is. I'm not sure. But we're not done with this card. This one also has a fun wow factor to it. So here you open it up and look at that. It's got like this cool, so it's open, like it's a little bit shorter and then scored. And so when the card opens, it has this neat kind of box look effect to it, which I think is really cool. And then she's put more of a card front layer on there. And then same here. This one, instead of doing it on the top, she did it on the bottom. So it's just a neat way to do a card, a little bit different of a fun fold. Still have the entire front panel to play with, and now you've got something fun on the inside too. So really cool. I love those ones. And these ones are from Lori Rios. She also did the Disney ones too. She also did, and again, I'm seeing a theme every year I do these cards. There's always some sort of a theme. And fun ways to do Christmas trees with like your Cricut has also been a great thing. I love how she has done this one though. This one's really cool. So she found a cut file that is like a skinny Christmas tree. It's this little, you know, swooshy thing, star. It's got a bubble outline. She put on pattern. And then she found these gems. I don't know about you guys, but I have had gems in my stash from eons ago. I would go to Michael's or whatever, and they would have them on sale. And so she has one that's like, looks like got Christmas lights on it, or maybe she created it, I don't know. And she layered that all across it to make it look like the Christmas tree is like blinged out. So cool. And then this one, a different Christmas tree shape cut with glitter paper. Look at this cool glitter paper. Whole bunch of stars, kept it simple on black. 'Tis the season to sparkle. But we lost the E, so we're sparkle. So we're spark, ooh. Which I think is more fun. And again, also by Lori. And then she has done another couple of really fun cards to showcase ways to use up some of your pattern paper scraps by making diagonals. So if you've got strips of paper left over, it doesn't matter how big or thin, you line them up and then you just cut them to fit your card front. So here she's used a whole bunch of her Mickey papers that were probably left over. Here she's got some glitter pattern papers and ornaments. Here she put the Christmas Mickey font on there, or you could do like within the banners there too. So just a fun way to use up some of your extra cardstock, and by making banner like strip cards, which I think is really fun. All right, there's still more. Oh my God, there's so much more. There's so much more. Oh, and she wrapped all of her cards, by the way, in these beautiful ribbons and like wrapped them in tissue paper. So I had to keep the ribbon. So that's mine now. Thank you. Okay. These two cards, I didn't want to take this one out. I wanted to remember who gave it to. So these are by Annette. And if you want to send your cards in little plasticky things, you're more than welcome to. When I put them on camera, though, I do take them out just briefly, so that way the glare doesn't get crazy. She also, and this is so cool, I don't know if you guys can see this, maybe it's easier on the red. She has an embossing folder. I've never seen this. This is the first time I've seen this. That says created by Annette Reynolds. So she has embossed that on there, which is so cool. Maybe it's like a notary stamp or something, but it's embossed on there. But then she also did it on her, she had a sticker that she put on her outside plastic. So I'll put that on there because that's just cool. I've never seen that. Curious to know where you got that. Like, how did you get that made? I want to know. All right, two cards, similar design, but a little bit different. So here she's taken those Project Life cards where you can go in, and this one, or it's a smaller one. She's added a little bit of some fabric here, and it's kind of see-through, so you can see the pattern paper behind it. A very beautiful pattern paper to match the element in the front. So here, trees to trees, and here we have all the florals to go with that floral. And then she's taken this entire piece and she's embossed it. So if you look closely here, you can see it in the white. Can you see that? But the entire front panel, minus the green of the card itself, but all of this has been embossed. So all of this, so it's just got this little something. So somebody was asking with like the napkin cards, if you could emboss it and it would give it cool texture. That's exactly what this has done. She did not emboss this front piece right here, but the background part has been embossed. But for this one, she did all of it. All of it's been embossed, which I think is really cool. Such a fun way to do that card. And then just easy panel on the front. I'm going to put these together with this so I don't miss them. It's going to go on my little chair behind me. Same thing with these cards. I'm going to leave that one in there because you get the idea. That glare is not too bad on that. And again, busy background, same design, but the entire thing has been embossed. But it's the same design. It's really pretty. I love that look of that busy paper, and just you can actually feel it. It's really cool to the touch. It's really, really neat. Fantastic cards, all by Annette. And she always puts these little like, okay, I did 20 cards using accents and ribbons and gems or glossy accents for this, and it's a swap. She's got these little cards that she sends in every single time. And she's also a really big help because she helps me run the Facebook group for our card swap. So thank you so much, Annette, for all your hard work that you do. Okay, next up, we have cards from Josie. And does anybody recognize the design of these elements? These are blue Delft. They're the special porcelain that you can get out of the Netherlands. It is everywhere, hence the windmills you see on here. It's only ever blue with white. It's called blue Delft. It is gorgeous. You can get it on all types of plates and bowls and vases and cups and bells, and there's just pretty much everything. The little Dutch shoes, you know, everything. And so she is taking these super cute Dutch elements, cut them out, add them to some pattern paper and little gems on the background, keeping it simple, letting the focal thing of the blue Delft be on there, which, you know, my heritage, my grandmother is Dutch, so I love it. Very, very cute. Those are from Josie. She also made these ones. She found some really cute snowmen and then just kept it simple. Used the big elements, matted it on either gray or black, keeping it easy. So that way the focal point is this gorgeous little snowman, added some gems, and simple, simple, simple. I love it. And then she did the same thing. She has these other snowman, a couple of different designs. Here she has like the 2 corners, or you could also do like a stripe down here. But this one, she's had the pattern paper on the corners, giving it, almost reminds me of like scuba flag, because that's what a scuba flag would look like. Little Christmas snowman in the front. Here we have the blue, and then we have a pattern paper on the side, the little snowman kind of on the line of it. Cute. Thank you, Josie. All right. Next up, we have Pat. Look at these gorgeous cards. So this is a stamp. So what's cool is like it's a stamp, but then this part here is the embossing folder. So she's played around with the embossing folders in the front, but then we have stamps that kind of give the same effect. And then she has this oval, a couple of different designs. This one she put some little gems on there. But I like that like is embossing and also like the stamps. And that's just fun. I think that's really cool. Open it up there. So those are from Pat. Look at these cutie ones. So she has done an embossing folder. And I don't know if this was done on purpose or this was a oops, but I love it either way. And it's got a little, she's got a friend that lives at home that left a little love tag of fur. Either a kitty or a doggy, I'm not sure. Ton of blue deft. Yes, Dutch girl unite. I'm only like my grandmother's Dutch, but I look like I fit in when I go there. I definitely have all of her genetics for sure. So her embossing folder is like this snowflake. So if you guys can see, I don't know, sometimes the white doesn't always catch. So it's very concentrated on the top, and then it fades and it's like little dots, and then there's snowflakes in there, and it gets lighter as it goes down. So it's like it's heavier on the front. And for this card, it's top heavy for the embossing, and this one it's the bottom. So she flipped the embossing folder when she made the card. So it doesn't really matter either way, which I think is kind of fun. A bunch of little ho-ho-hos been die cut. I love this deer, and I love that she's used it for one of the H's. It's so cute. Some little gems in there. These are like little candies. So cute. I love this. And then just matted it with the red, just making everything pop. I love this deer. That deer is super fun. I wish I knew where that deer came from because that's a cute design. Another great way to use an embossing folder. So this one makes it look like it is a sweater. And so she made it a toque. For those in Canada, it's a toque. For those everywhere else, it is a hat. You know, I don't know, what else would you call that? A winter knit hat. It's a toque. And then she's got a little ball up here to kind of finish it out. Super cute. Well, Merry Christmas with some, I mean, we're not quite cold enough here in Austin, Texas, but you know, we'll get there in a couple months, and we'll have like a couple months of being able to wear our toques. But look at that. It is so cute. I love it. And it's just, it's an arch frame. So what a great way, if you've got like a sweater knit or something, like you could take a pattern, and if you've got one of those arch frames, you just don't cut it all the way through. So that way, when you cut it, you have the folded paper, and you cut it all the way up to there. So that this becomes a part that you're opening and closing it from. And then she had a little circle to turn it into her little toque. Adorable. Great way. This one, she's got such cute dies here, but she's used them in different ways. So you don't have to always do the same thing with cards. I love that she's done it on pink with a fun contrasting color. She's added some extra speckles of some gold in the background. I don't know if it's like flake or whatever. It's really pretty. She's got like an ornament in the background with the red, and then all kinds of cool die cut elements of the greenery. This one, she's kept it as green, but this one she's added as a layer of the gold on top of the manila, which I think is really fun, and then just some other colors and contrasting. Oops, and she's got her little sticker that's supposed to go on the back, and it popped off. I'm just going to put a little heads up in here. I'm not a fan of the sticky notes because number one, they fall off, as you just saw. Number two, because somebody can take that off and claim the card is theirs. Don't do that. Put your name on your card. Make it yours. It is yours. You made it. And then I love how she's done this little bundle with the Merry Christmas. She's got some ribbon here, a little Merry Christmas, some more ribbon. Like it's just this little cluster bundle, and I think it's so pretty. Such a great way to use some of that filigree dies. These ones are cool, and I'm going to put them together. I'm going to show you she did a couple of these. First of all, I love this card because instead of centering it, she centered it. She framed it to the corner and giving it a really cool, bold black outer layer. Such a fun way. You don't always have to center your cards. You can offset them. I think it's cool. So this is an embossing folder that is the trees. And then she's enhanced the trees by adding, instead of going green, which would be the normal color that I think most people would default to, she's done purple, which I think is really cool. And then the Merry Christmas is layered with the black and the white, the Merry Christmas. Same concept with this card. This time she's done an embossing folder again, but she's taken and she's tapped the outside. And so here you can see another one. She's taken the outside of the card and tapped it with like the embossing ink and then sprinkled on top with the embossing powder in silver and then heat set it. So that's all embossing powder on there. That is like that silver. And it's not everywhere. So it almost looks like it's not in the divots because it's only hitting the top parts. And some places it didn't even catch with it, which I think is really cool because it almost gives that vintage look. It's really, really cool. And again, the Merry Christmas right there. Very fun. But a great way to use your embossing folders. You can do them with your embossing folders with your heat embossing. It's like embossing on embossing. We've gone very meta here. Or we can do embossing with ink on top because this is not embossed. It is, or heat embossed. It is just like tapped to get that heat ink on there, which is really fun. Cool ways to use embossing folders. All right. Next up, we have cards from Joan. Look how pretty these are. I'm trying to make sure we have all the ones from Joan. There we go. Okay, so look, I got to figure out which one. Yeah, this way. And this way. Okay. So I believe these are ones that have been die cut out. The gold on here is, I believe, heat embossed. So she stamped it. It's been heat embossed and die cut out, and it's all kinds of layers. So this poinsettia here has a layer below it. So it's 2 layers of poinsettias here as well. And then we've got the green below it, and it's all been pop dotted up. So it gives it lots of fun layers on there. And then a cool background card. I believe that has been a stencil for the background. That is really fun. And then same thing here. But I thought first it was turned the other direction, but no, it's the same way. And this one, she did lighter color with a green mat. And then this one is just the entire front of the card. They're both cool though. I like them. And then here, I think these are hers. Oops. Oh, she missed stamping one on the back, but it's by Joan. Another gorgeous card. I love these. It's a snowflake pattern on the back, like the paper is snowflakes. And then she's added lots of other fun snowflakes, either with glittery paper or foil paper, and kind of added to it and then layered over because she's got the banner of the Merry Christmas. But her snowflakes are kind of coming over top, some underneath, some over top to give it like it's part of the look of the card, which I think is really fun. And just keeping with the theme of the silver and the blue and all the sparkles. Very, very pretty. Also by Joan. And then we also have these ones by Joan. Again, Christmas trees in all different ways. It's the thing. So cut your trees in whatever color pattern paper. She's done golds and silvers and glittery papers and whites. And just cut triangles in different heights. Layer them up in the center. These 2 front ones for both of these have been popped up. Band it together on craft. Keep it simple, very classic. And there's your card. Great way to use some of your scrap paper of all different kind of metallics. You could also do all reds, you could do all blues, greens, mix match, rainbows. Have fun with that. And those are also by Joan. Very pretty. Now this one, I got a card and I layered it up. Let's see, who's this one from? This is from Kathy. So Kathy sent me this gorgeous card. Look at this, Merry Christmas. I think this one's meant for me, which I will keep. And it's got a little flippy flap on the inside. She knows me so well. I love my little flip flap cards that come from all over. Look how cute. So score here, another little something on the center, and then this panel goes down, and then you have another flip flap. I believe I made a card like this for one of my classes I did for one of my summits. I don't think I did the flip on the inside, but I did one that was very similar to a card like this. I love cards like these. They're so much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, she also made more cards. That's mine. So here is one of hers. So this is also by Kathy. So look at this one. It's got the front peekaboo right here. I love this die cut with this marbling color. So fun. And then you open up and then this pulls out and it hides the little piece right here. Such a fun card. Look at that. Ta-da! So cute. I love that one. All right. She also has this card is so cool. Okay. So I love that she's created like this bundle of all the presents and stuff, but it's also like die cut on the side here. Beautiful die cut. So you can see through it. So you can see the green there and like little presents to go with the present paper. It's really neat. And it has this kind of fun look when it's opened up as well. So it's kind of I love this cut on the side. Very pretty. I've seen quite a few people do this particular type of card before where it's this die cut on the front And then it looks like a forest, and then you add the birds and stuff and the greenery. It's always makes such a beautiful card. A pattern paper in the background to make it look like looking out at the sky. I've seen it in is it white? I've seen it done in black. I've seen it done all kinds of things. I always think it's a really stunning card, and then you open it up. So I don't know who makes this front panel, but it's gorgeous. It's really cool. Or it might be a cut file from I bet there's a cut file for this too somewhere. All right. This is another fun card that she has made. Look at this one. It opens like this. That is such a cool, it's a gatefold card. The double, oops, I have it upside down. But she's cut off the points. I like that it looks like it's a diamond, and it has like the element of the front of it, and then she's turned it into the trees and the Merry Christmas. And then you have this whole extra like something here with the trees on the inside. And then when it sits really cool on your table. So it's such a fun way to kind of put the whole thing together. Very cool. Also by Kathy. And then we have just I think that is at the end of Kathy's. Nope, she got it. Okay, no, I wanted to show you all these ones together because I know a lot of ladies love foil. And this is, I believe, with the heat foil, like the hot foil, because it's so clean. And so she used a rainbow version, and like she made it onto a little ornament. So she used the hot foil, cut it out, and then it goes on this cute little ornament. She says, replace this with a gift card. So that's a cute little file. I love it has all these little dangle pieces that go on the top here. That's just so much fun. I'm guessing this is a cut file, or it could be a die cut. I'm not sure. It's even embossed with candy canes on here. Look at that. And this one's embossed with snowflake. Like, it's got a lot of little effort in there. That's cute. This one's just the front panel with a pop-up dot, which is gorgeous. But look at the foil on there. Like, the foil really does something to a card. Really makes a little something extra. Oh my goodness, look at the little lights in here. Those are stickers. And then here we have the front panel of the Merry Christmas. I believe it's the same, similar Merry Christmas to this one. Oh, it's different. So these are like plates that you can get that you put the foil in and then you heat it. And then she's added it to this cool front pull-out card. So it's almost the same. Like it's, if you look, like it's just one card pull out, but then how you put it together and you just make the peaks and valleys and how it accordions out. And then look at that. So many fun ways that you can use foil on a card. She has lots and lots of choices here. I'm running out of space on the side of my desk for all these cards. And then she had these, oh, she had a lot of fun folds. So I pulled a few because I was having fun with them. All right, she also had this one. I just was having fun. This is a cool one too. I've seen this only once before and I thought it was really cool. See how this one opens? It's like this whoosh, right here. The foil, really want to get one of those hot plate machines. They're fun. They're an expense for sure. But they really do have kind of a wow factor with the foil. It's one of the better foils out there in terms of, like, you can do the ones that are like with the laser printer and you put the foil on, or you can do like foil with like something sticky. But I feel like the foil with the hot foil is just that much better. Like, it just looks that much nicer for sure. But it's expensive. So you have to go with what you can afford. But look at this. I think this is just so cool. And so it's all just about the scoring and putting the card together. And it has such a neat, I want to learn how to make this. And I'm going to keep this one for myself because I want to learn how to make this one. And it has all these fun little panels you can play with. Such a fun card. And then this one was cool too. So she found this pattern paper that looks like it's a present. She's cut out sections of it. Add this Merry Christmas. I love this like really mod looking Merry Christmas. And then you open it up and it's like there's Santa. Almost looks like Santa's in jail, but he's not. He's just hiding behind all the presents. But he does look like he's kind of in jail, but he's inside the box. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And he's like got a little wobble on the inside. I love these little wobble actions. I could sit there and wobble him forever. There he is. But anybody else feel like Santa's in jail? But that's a cute card too. It's fun. And then it sits it sits on your table really nicely. Tried making that and had problems. I have not tried making that card personally, so I can't tell you or test you if I would have had problems with it or not, because I haven't made one yet. It's on my list. All right. These ones are from April. Gorgeous cards. They're all the same design, just with different colors. So here she has a vellum. Now, what I don't know is if the vellum on the front of this card, already has these patterns, or if she stamped them. But you could take a stamp and stamp on vellum and create the same card. So she has a card. She put like a sticker or a design or a pattern paper in the back, put the vellum on top, and then put like a cutout window so it looks like you're seeing through, and then just embellished it with other fun stickers. So it's that really kind of like peekaboo, really fun card. And on the inside, just nice and plain. But I love that little peekaboo of the vellum, and like you can see something through it. It's really cool. So here we've got skiers. Here it looks like it's a whole bunch of like snowmen and people playing in the snow. And then here we have, oh my gosh, the star and Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. The nativity. That's the word I was looking for. It was not coming. The nativity. Okay, next up we have these gorgeous cards. These ones are all from Evelyn. Super pretty. She even sent me a little tag and said, thank you for putting the card swap on. You're absolutely welcome. It's so much fun. So again, this is using what I would call Project Life cards. So it's these cards here that are 3x4, and some of them, like this, is already in a 3x4, like it's done. And then she matted it on black, put it on green. This card is there, and the only thing she did is that it had this frame here, so she put a sticker for the deer. But the frame part, all of this is all part of the Project Life. And then here again, this deer and the frame and everything, the only thing is she put the sticker for the sleigh on there and then matted it in black. These ones she matted in, oh no, all three she matted in black and then placed it on either more, like they're all pattern papers, but some are a little more than others. But I think they were all part of the same paper set. So very cute. And then a little something on the inside too. Little stickers and pattern papers on the inside. I love the little something people do. That plaid is gorgeous. Very pretty. Cute. Those are from Evelyn. Whoops. Next up, we have a batch from, these are from Deborah Masters. Oh, look at that pattern paper. That is so pretty. And she did the whole, like she cut out the entirety of the card in the pattern paper. So front and back, you see this gorgeous. And then just a little cluster of this Merry Christmas. Letting the pattern paper do all the work for you because it's so pretty, because why not? And just keeping it easy. There's no need to mess with a really pretty paper because it's already there for you. All right, next up we have also from Evelyn. Here she has this fun present, which kind of banners the entire side of it. So she's put that in the corner. I don't know if this was like a die cut element or from a pattern paper, a little happy holidays. And that's just, I love it. And the little gem here, keeping it simple because why not? Cute, cute, cute. And then these ones, she's got a die cut and it's these little snowflakes all banded together. Keep going off camera here. Big snowflake. And then we have a Santa and a Merry Christmas. I love it's that like the tan color with the contrasting. And this is metallic of this snowflake and keeping it like a little cluster. It's really cute. Very fun. And then keeping it simple. And I like that it's like the tans are similar in color. They're just a shade different. So you can see the contrast there. That's really pretty. All right. All my cards are starting to like band together here. All right. Next up, before I lose all these cards, we have these gorgeous cards. Look at those. Again, it's a great way to use some of your pattern paper with these panel cards here. Whoops, a little off camera. Gorgeous Merry Christmas. I believe this is a sticker, or it could be die cut. Actually, I might have that Merry Christmas die cut. I'm looking at mine. I think I have something very similar to that. It's very, very similar. And she die cut out of the foil, put it on this block with the banner at the bottom to give the Christmas somewhere to sit on, and then the gorgeous pattern paper separating it out so you can see the red behind. And she sent me some stickers. Thank you. I love the stickers. Very pretty. And these are from... All right, I moved the glasses to the top of my head. I got to put them back on again. Who's that from? I think, ooh, I don't know. I can't read that. It's her initials, I think. A-O-L, A-A-L. Sorry, and I'm not gonna know who that is. Please put your names, because I don't know A-M, but I don't know who A-M is. I'd have to go back and look, and I have a few people with the initials A-M. It's A-M, I think, is what that initial was. All right, next up, look at these fun ones. Easy and so, so fun. So this is like easy version, a little more complex version. So easy, it's just you cut it in half, add an element here, put some pattern papers, and boom, there's your card. Easy. This one, same concept, it looks the same, but now we're going to pull, and then it opens like this, and it goes like this. So it's just adding some extra score marks here, and then more pattern papers to create that banner, and then it comes in, but it's the same effect on the front. So it's just, do you want to go easy? Do you want to go a little bit more, and there you go. I love them. And those are from Linda. She also made these ones. These ones are fun. These are like shaker stickers, so shaker cards. She's cut out the Mary, and then she put the plastic on the back side of the Mary, and then she's created like a little border here. So that's foam. Unfortunately, some of the glitter has tried to escape. It's like, this is why glitter is crazy. I like the bead idea better because this is already like, I'm escaping. But it has a cool effect and you can see it going all the way through. And so she's done just a singular color. Then we have Christmas here, and then here we have the Mary here. This one, she's done it with beads. And so it's just the plastic. Oh, and she put a sticker there to let you know. And then she's bannered it up with the foam right there. Very cool. She had a few cards like that. Fun way to do it. Fun way to do a shaker card. It's like embedded within the card versus like a layer on top. Cute cards. I love these. So she's used the pattern paper. I'm guessing it came with these little chipboard sticker pieces, or like thick chipboards, and just keeping it fun and using all the elements that come with the cards. I love the rounded corners. It's something different, something a little bit, kind of out of the ordinary, and just keeping it easy. These are all from Linda. And I think she's the one who sent me the thank you card. Nope, this is from, so the next person, thanks so much for hosting this Christmas card exchange. First time, yay. I have some ladies who've been doing it for years with me, and then I have some ladies who, again, are first time. And she gave me her little thingies here because she wrote on the back of the cards how to make them. So I want to make sure I put them back in the plastic. So here we have 2 cards that have the same pull. And then look at that, how it sits. So much fun. I love how these sit when they're on a table. They're cool. And when they're all folded up, they also look very fun. So 2 very different designs in terms of pattern papers, but the design of the card, the pattern, the fun fold is the same. I love this paper here. The Marion Bright probably came with the paper pack, so she cut it out to fit on the front. And then she layered some of the inside layers with that same pattern paper, which you cannot see because it's off camera. And then there's a stamp. Now on the back side, she said, fun fold inspired by a YouTube video. As we all like to watch our YouTube videos. Thank you for watching mine. Patterns are from a 12 by 12 pattern paper pad from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Enjoy. And then this one, it's the skiers. I love the skis on the front. That's so cute. And then she matched it with like the green and the tan. Perfect colors. I love this. It's just so great. And then this one, she said, cardstock and pattern papers from Michael's and her Hobby Lobby, unbranded ski dyes, not sure where the sentiment stamp came from. Challenged myself to use my stash. Such a great way to go about it. I'm pretty happy with these. So that's one of the reasons why I love fun folds, is because you go with the fold and then you use stuff that you like, okay, oh, I have a square. What can I fit in the square? What can I fit in this space? What pattern papers do I already have that go along with that? And so it really makes it easy to use the stuff that's in your stash, because you're just adding to the panels, you're adding to the elements. And so to me, it's like another variation of scrapbooking in a way, kind of using what you have and kind of filling in the spaces using the design. It's very smart. All right. She also had these fun ones. I love the bright pattern papers, and then just a little element and then a stamp, or this is actually a die cut with the Merry Christmas. And I love the Santa on the Santa, and then like the stripes with the candy canes, kind of a play on the designs there. So cute. Big stamp on the inside. And again, she said Santa die is Sizzix and Tim Holtz from one of the little sets that were made for the Sidekick. So the Sidekick is that little baby die cut machine. I love them. And then she's like Circle and Scallop are from Spellbinders. Merry Christmas is an unbranded from Hobby Lobby. It's a great die though. It's perfect. And then just keeping it easy. And then I think she said the same thing here. And the same thing. So she's given, those will stay on the cards. I got to put them back in their little plastic so those things don't pop off. This card, oh my goodness. Look how fun this is. I love how she had this, like, it looks like a stained glass from a church. And then she put all the glitter papers in the holes. Like she die cut this out multiple times to backfill it. So it looks like it's a stained glass from a church. And this beautiful cardinal that's been all die cut and paper pieced back together. And then she matted it onto like a stone wall. So it makes you look like you're in like a cathedral, which I think is really fun. That's such a cool card and such a fun way to do it. And then she put where all the pieces are from. So this church window and greenery is Sizzix. And then the church window cried out for glitter paper. I had that piece of cobblestone paper in my stash for a long time. It's perfect. I like it, really stood out. It's such a fun way to kind of put the whole thing together. It's really fun. Great card. And then this one is another one I think is so cool, how it's all kind of put together. And I think she, oh yeah, it's in here. So this is another one from Tim Holtz called Holiday Blocks. Cardstocks is from the stash. So she just like picked papers. I love all of this. It's very, like Nordic Christmas, I guess is the way I was kind of describing it, with the way that all these elements are. So it's a cool stamp, cool die set, I should say. And I spy some Bo Bunny pattern paper. It's that dots in the background. I love it. Cute, cute card. All right, next up. Again, thank you for the gorgeous note. I'm going to read that in a minute. This one is from Terry Sheldon. She left me a wonderful note. Just looking in here to see if she said anything about how the cards were made. Nope, it's just kind of like a nice little note, like a little, like when you get your Christmas notes, it's the updates about the family. That's about what that one's about. So here is a fun one. I believe this is all cut like with your Cricut or your Silhouette die cutting machine and then paper piecing it together. I think the blue, yeah, that's paper back there. I thought maybe she colored it in. And it's all just about adding the layers and making a cool layered card. It's really fun. And there's lots of layers. And it's the dot paper again. I love the dot paper. Oh, these are from Terry. And then these ones are so fun because she's got these little penguins that are from like either a paper pad or something. And so this little guy looks like he's just flying. So she cut it out and then she added some glitter and it looks like he's like sliding down like a snow, like a little mountain. He's just kind of going sledding, which is so cute. So she just kind of used her imagination on that, which I think is fabulous. And this one, she cut it out as an oval, added some extra glitter, and just used the pattern paper just for fun and keeping it really pretty and easy and just easy peasy cards. Let it snow, of course, let it snow. Again, also from Terry. And again, remember I was talking about how like all of these gorgeous cards with these background, the trees. This time she's added a background paper that's blue, and then she's got some die cut trees. Then we've got like the birch trees in the front and the deer. It's all in white, but with that blue background, you can really see all the elements. And then Winter Wonderland, so pretty, so, so pretty. I love these cards. I think just they're so gorgeous. Very fun. Okay, next up, there's more. Like there's lots more. It says, not part of the swap. If you ever want me to make sure that I know that the card that is for me, if you're trying to send me a card, do this, because otherwise I don't realize sometimes that I may have accidentally put the card into the swap because there's just the whole package is full of cards. So thank you so much. Just open it up and take a look. Ooh, look how pretty. Look at this beautiful watercolor paper. That's so pretty. Hope your day is a happy one. And then she sent me a little note. And this is from Andrea Hayes. Andrea. I want to call it Andrea, because the Devil Wears Prada from Andrea. Thank you so much for orchestrating this card swap. It's the first one. Yes. But I had so much fun. Hope you do lots more. I do lots more. Yes. There will be more coming. This is the big one, is Christmas. Look at these cute ones. So she found these gorgeous, this is actually watercolored, and she's watercolored it and placed it back in. This is also, looks like it's on watercolor paper. Now, I don't know if she watercolored these or if they came and she cut them out. Either way, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then just placed them on some beautiful backgrounds. And she had quite a few of both of these elements. Very pretty. And little snowflakes up here. So cute. But you can feel the watercolor paper. And it looks like she watercolored this. What a fun watercolor. And then doodled on the outside. So cute. Which makes me feel like possibly these ones are also been watercolored by her as well. So look at, and she had a whole bunch of these. I thought it was a pattern paper that she had cut out, but now I'm second guessing it because I don't know. So she very well could have watercolored all of these backgrounds. I'm not sure. Again, these are all by Andrea. And so she might have hand done all of this. So pretty. And then this is these little sticks right here that looks like it was done with pen. And then she's got some, it's just really, really pretty. If she's watercolored this, that is gorgeous. So pretty. And then just a simple sticker just to finish the card, because truly the paper, her watercoloring is what's shining here. And I feel like looking at that, I'm like, I could make that, but I would never make it look as pretty as her because it's so pretty. It's so gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your art. All right, next up we have from Margie Rampart. So these ones are embossing folders, and she's done it on the green and just kept it simple. Let the embossing folder do the work. I love the lime green with the minty green right here. A little element right here. It's stamped on this little banner. A couple of different fabrics here and just some little dots. I like that she had the green with the green, and then here we have the silver with the silver. Cute, 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 cute. Let that embossing folder do the job for you. It's very fun. And then here we have another set. She did a couple variations, beautiful pattern paper of the snowy village, cut it into panels, and we have our Noel. This is done on vellum, and then she's inked the edges, cut out the Noel, made it look like an ornament, add some little sparkles. We did some in purple, some in blue, and just keeping it easy. Super, super pretty. Again, also from Marjorie. Gorgeous. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're not done yet, but I see like there's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more panels left of cards. A group of people's cards. These are like so vintagey fun. I love the background paper on these. And then it's a strip of this pretty glitter paper. And then we have an element right here with a little bow. It almost looks like it's a present, which is so cute. I love that. And then just on our pattern on cardstock. And she did some in each of these pattern papers. They're very, very pretty. And these are from Sandra Martinez. Super pretty. I love that gold foil, or that gold glittery paper. And it's very like vintagey here. So she's just taken, either it's a die or she's taken it, maybe it's a punch, and layered it and created that as a focal point. Very fun. You should see the stack of paper cards I have, like just right there. There's a whole bunch of them. It's all the cards we've gone through. All right, super cute. Again, letting the pattern paper do all the work for you because it's super pretty. I love like the crunch, the crackliness of it. Banner of red behind it. And just keeping it simple on craft, letting it like all the colors go really well together. I love this. This is from Ann Berger. And then here we have, I love the felt. The felt is so cute. I love felt. Felt is just fun. So I don't know if she paper pieced this together or if this was a sticker. And she had quite a few with the Santas and quite a few with the little gingerbread men, and then just kept it simple. Here she's done it on like a diamond. Here she did it on a square. She kind of changed up some of the dimensions. You know, simple colored backgrounds. I love that. And letting the little felt guys do the job because they're so fun. I love them. They're cute. I don't know if there's, like I said, I don't know if she put them together or if they're stickers or what, but I like it. I like it. I like it. Either way. Okay. This one also has a note, and she talks about, so these ones are all from Chris Ambrose. So thank you for hosting. This is her 4th or 5th year. She can't remember because she's done so many. I love it. So she has Hero Arts Peekaboo. So there's a peekaboo, fancy dies, presents and bets. There's a different stamps. All looks like from Hero Arts. Then we also have some things from Catherine Pooler. We have Karen Burniston and Sunny Studios. So these ones are cute. These ones are fun. She took the idea of the tags and then kind of like played with what was on the tags. So here we have like, you know, your, oh, what fun. We have a Santa hat. We've got your, you know, Christmas jammies and milk and cookies. Here we have Santa's clothes, happy holidays. Here we have stockings and kind of, you know, some fun pattern papers and oh, what fun. And she's embossed the background of this with more little presents, and it's like the white paper has been embossed, and then bold pattern paper on the background to make those tags pop. So it's such a fun thing. Like you make the cute little tag and then make that be the focal point of your card. Super smart. And then a little stamp on the inside. And then you can play around with it. And it's okay if it comes off of the tag. It doesn't have to fit perfectly within the space. Cute, cute, cute. All right, next, these ones are cool. So this is one, and she's got 2 of them, where she's got this massive stamp and that she's colored it in, and it's got all these, and you can tell that she's colored it in because some of the pieces are done differently. And it's this peekaboo stamp, peekaboo die, where I think you're supposed to like open the windows. And look, there's something in each of the windows. So here's a snow day. I'm not going to open up all of them, so whoever gets them, they can read them all. And here's another one, no peeking. So there's different card fronts that can go. And the Peekaboo Fancy Dies is from Hero Arts, and it's got different stamps that can go in the front. So here's one version, and happy holidays. And then here is another version. It's these ones here that looks like envelopes. And she did them in a few different colors here. So really kind of fun, bright colors. How she designed them and how she colored it in. These ones were all kind of cool patterns. And then happy holidays. And again, these little guys open up right here. So you can open up each of these little windows. So it's this little peekaboo set here. Like little, so this one is made to look like little envelopes that you're opening. And it looks like, so it's different sets because this has like bows and stuff on them. These ones look like more like presents, and these are more like envelopes that are getting mailed. But again, it's the same die that works for all of them. I'm trying to find the one that will open up easy. Here we go. I don't want to open up all of them. I don't want to. There, here we go. See, holiday cheer. Let's be merry. I don't want to open. I don't want to take it away. But then, like, so here's 2 different stamps that you can get, and then here is like a whole like storefront or like your house that you're looking into, and then the little windows. Some of them match up perfectly, like with this little window here. Cheers. And you can open up a little piece right here. Merry wishes. There's even like the lamppost. I'll let whoever gets these have fun opening them up and like a surprise of what's behind all of them. But such a cool card set. And so it looks like it says, okay, there's presents, there's peekaboo fancy doors, that's the die. And there's presents, there's gift, there's mail jumbo. And I think there's a couple other I didn't even pull because there was, holiday seasons messages bundle. I think it was just these ones, the happy holidays and seasons greetings. So I think I grabbed all of the designs that go with this peekaboo doors, but so cute. And again, those are all from Chris. And she sent me the nice note. All right, next up, and I'm going to show you all the goodies first. So this next one is from Christy Troxel. She does a little bit like kind of like what I do. She works in the craft industry. She does party planning and she works with different companies. She works with Little Birdie. So she sent me some goodies from Little Birdie. These are all some of their fun stickers. You can find Little Birdie over at scrapbook.com. And she also works so she works with Notions, which is a company that has a lot of fun products. And Notions also works with Lisa Horton and Little Birdie. So she sent me 3 new stamp pads that are from Lisa Horton. These are the Cloud 9. And they're I can't wait to play with these. So thank you so much. And she sent me a cool button. So very much. Thank you so much, Christy. I can't wait to play with the goodies. My daughter says she wants to make Christmas cards. So I'll see if she has the energy to do that. And I'll give her these stickers. She'll have some fun with that. Maybe she'll get her thinking about something else. Art therapy, right? And so she sent me this card. I believe this one is for me because she wrote in it. Thank you for putting this card out together. Can't wait to see what everyone makes. Here's some fun goodies to enjoy. Christy, thank you so much. I love the little polar bear. What a cool card too. This could go in the card swap had she not put that on there. And I love this background paper. Look at that foil. And then she's added some extra little something. And then she inked. I like that she did the polar bear in pink. I think that's kind of fun. And then it's like walking along. It's such a cool mirror paper. It looks like Aurora Borealis, doesn't it? Like that's where it's kind of walking around. And then here are her beautiful cards. All right. So she has some gorgeous, gorgeous dies. She didn't state where these ones came from. I know a couple of them. I know one of the cards where she got it from. But look at these gorgeous dies. So beautiful. Lots of fun layers in here. I love this like bow frame. So pretty. And here's the bow again. I think she snipped it, or maybe it comes like that. And then it's just lots of little paper piecing together. She's put on some extra glitter around the outside, made it extra fancy. So lots and lots of fun ones. And then here, that black paper, it's got, you can see all the snowflakes in there. Really fun. So pretty. And then here again, the background paper here, it's been embossed. Joyful Noel on there. So pretty. And then she's got Christy Troxel written on the back. And then here we have this little Santa. It looks like a mug and he's got things coming out of his head. And then, oh, look at that. And then she's added some extra stuff onto some of the trees. Background paper has got a little extra zhuzh on it. All that glitter. Super cute. Love those. This one is one that is done with Crafters Workshop. Crafters Workshop has a stencil and it's a Santa flying. And she has gone through and it's with the stencil. So it's a layered stencil. So you've got trees as part of it. You also have the snowflakes or the clouds. You also have the Santa going across the sky. So you keep putting the stencil in there. It's in 4 quadrants. If you give me a second, I can probably find it, but it's buried behind me. And then she uses the stencil butter to create the image, and it's Santa crossing across the night sky. The extra glitter around the edges. Here we have Merry Christmas to all. She might even have a video on this potentially on her YouTube channel. She gave me her Facebook page, which also has a lot of her reels. So she is linked down below. A couple of ladies gave me links to their pages where they post some of their projects. So I have posted those. All right. Then she did a whole bunch of these Nutcracker cards. Look how cool these are. And it says pull right here. So I'm dying to try this. I didn't do it earlier on purpose. I wanted to be surprised. So I think it pulls down. I don't want to break it. Try this one. Oh, here we go. It just got stuck on that one. So its little mouth opens. Oh, it got stuck on some of the glitter. So here. And she put glitter on the inside. Things getting a little nuts around here. That is hilarious. And I love that she didn't do like your typical colors. Like down here, she gave the Nutcracker like a floral shirt and she did fun bright oranges. And here he's got like a floral hat. And like, it's not your typical colors that you would get for a Nutcracker. Let's see if we can get this one open. I'm pretty sure I can get there. It just got stuck. His little teethies got stuck. So this is probably a die set that she has through one of the companies that she works with. And I just don't know which one. Oh, it's caught on the bottom here. That's what the problem is. All right, I'm not going to mess. Whoever gets this one, you can, it's caught right here on its little V-neck. There we go. Maybe I can get it. There it is. There it goes. Hope your holiday is all it's cracked up to be. Those are fun. I love that. And like she's just played with the snarky of it, which is so much fun. That's a cute little design right there. That's so much fun. Like those who design all these dies and they have all these interactive things, they're just so genius. And then obviously like all the elements, and she gave it like bright pink cheeks and just kind of had fun with it. So, so cute. I love how also like she didn't go with like its face is dotted white paper, because why not? Why not? Why not have some fun with that? Oh, we have one more set of cards. I almost forgot the last one. These were actually the first ones I pulled out today when I was going through, and these are a lovely, lovely set of cards. And if you can guess, they are the napkin cards. So these are so fun. So these are made using the napkins, and these are from Jodie Western. Her name is on the back, Jodie Western. So napkin cards are so fun. There's tons of tutorials online. Basically, you peel off the front of the napkin, that top layer, and you stick it to your card front, and it gives kind of a cool texture to it. Some people will mat it to, she did it directly to the card front. Some people will mat it to an extra paper. Some people will do it to like a thicker cardstock. And then she added a little extra right here with some glitter on there, and just letting the napkin do all the hard work because it's so gorgeous. It really, really is pretty. And then here she added a stamp on the inside. So fun. And then she gave me a little note. Pretty, pretty. And so all these amazing cards, that is every card that has been mailed to me. Now it is my job to go through and to take all the cards that have been sent to me and to swap them around and to mail them back to everybody who participated this year. So these are just some of the cards that you can get. And part of the reason why I do this video is if you only sent in 10 cards, look how many cards we went through today in this video. I went through so many, and even though the design is the same, it's just a little bit different. And not everybody sends in every card being identical. There's so many of you, which I think is fun, that send in, I mean, these are from the same person. You send in 10 cards and all 10 cards are different, or they're variations on the cards. So this just gives even more inspiration from the videos, whoops, as they're falling on the ground, to showcase all these amazing card makers, to inspire you with fun ideas, like get out your watercoloring, create watercolor and like fun designs, use your dies. Look at this cool, like new products you may not have thought of, new techniques that you didn't think like, oh, look at this cool pattern paper, make it your entire card front, you know, cut out the edge of your design with a cool die. Make a shaker, or not a shaker, but use a vellum as a little peekaboo element. You know, if you haven't tried the foil method, or cool fun folds, because why not? You know, there's so many fun designs out there, and hopefully these have inspired you to, I'm just gonna look at all of these fun ones. They're so fun. Hello Kitty. Sorry, I came back from Japan about a month ago, so Hello Kitty was everywhere. And surprisingly enough, lots of Peanuts characters. Like they really like their Peanuts characters. Delft Blue, cool new techniques with watercolors. Like look at all these fun designs from Rhonda. Great ways to use up some of your scrap papers. Like just so many fun, going outside the box and picking a color that you didn't think was going to work, but is fantastic and works phenomenally. Just so many fun things. Cool fun folds, like I said. Here's one of mine in there. Great ways, like Cricut cards, or you know, your electronic cutting cards. Great ways to use some of your pattern papers. The building of scene cards. We're still in debate. Stamp or doodle. It seemed to be split down the middle. Nobody could decide. And you know, Robin, if you're on, seriously, let me know. They all did an amazing job. Stamping, hot foiling. Now I know that that was a, shoot, what bird was that? Somebody mentioned it. It's the little brown bird. No, somebody said the name of it and it's already gone poof. Layers, paneling of cards, cool washi tape cards. Like that's so cool. All these little postage cards that seem to be coming out, you know, recently, which I think are so much fun, including the ones that I have designed for a class coming up very, very soon. Fun ways to do shakers. Look at that. Gingerbread man cards, lots of cool paneled cards, cool fun folds, you know, just fun folds that you can even put gift cards into, and with cutie patootie little characters on them. Look at all of these fun cows. I mean, come on. And to cards that don't even look like a card. I think this opens. I never actually tried to open it. I don't think it does. I think it's just a something, but you know, we're going to call it a card. So we're going to go with it. just so many fun cards. I think that was all. No, I had 3 that dropped on the ground. There we go. There we go. Still think that's such a cool idea with those little elements that pop up. And if you missed it because you jumped in later for whatever reason, all of this video will be available for replay at any time. And this is the 3rd of 3 videos. The playlist is listed down below, so you can go back and you can jump and watch all the videos from this year's card swap. And there's so many techniques in each of these cards. I try to explain how it's done or how you could use supplies you have in your own stash and great ideas for using up your stash, or if people mention what products they used, I definitely shout them out. I appreciate all of the amazing like notes and cards so I can pass who that product is from, because I get asked, who made that die? Where'd that come from? Where did this come from? And so I love being able to tell the audience, it came from this, it came from that, it came from here, you know. And for any of my future swaps, if you want to be a part of them, check out my website, erinremakes.com. There's a singular site that I have for my card swaps. And as soon as that swap is done and everything gets mailed out, I then update it for the next swap, and you can see the theme and the dates. I know I'm a little late on the dates for this one to get everything mailed back. Family emergencies take precedent, and thank you for everybody who's sent out such wonderful, kind notes to help support my daughter right now. We'll get there. We'll get there. So I really appreciate it, and for all your patience with me getting all the cards back and for this video being a little bit late. So, but if you're interested in the next one, we were chit-chatting about a Valentine's Day, potential Valentine's Day card swap. So we could get that ball going in about a month or so. So everything would get going in time for that. I usually give this swap a little bit more time to get the cards in and for all that stuff, because there's so many people that want to be part of it. I think we ended up with, let me double check. I have my list. There's also, I put the spreadsheet out. I'm trying to look at the last number. I put a spreadsheet out for how many people are, 76 people in this card swap, and anywhere from 10 or 20 cards per person. That is a lot of people. It's a lot of cards. It's over 1,000 cards. And it's fantastic. So they will be swapped around and be mailing back to you over the course of the next couple of weeks. I cannot say specifically when the end date will be, just because things are kind of gotten thrown at me with my daughter and her health right now. So as soon as I possibly can get them in the mail, they will be getting there. You will be receiving a tracking notice from my site. So you'll have a tracking of when your package got processed. That way you have an idea of when it's coming to you. And definitely before Christmas. Yeah. And definitely before November. So it'll be sometime this month for sure. And thank you everybody again. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And it's not for me, it's for all of these amazing card makers. I mean, I'll take it, but it's really for them. All your amazing comments are for them because they did all the hard work. I am just showcasing all their fantastic cards. And if you've not yet subscribed, why not? Have an amazing day, everybody. And I will see everybody again soon. Oh, and don't forget about all the fun summits that I'm a part of. Free tickets for all of them. They're all linked down below. Bye-bye.